7, 8, 99,000. Ah. It takes it all. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Stan here, back with another Moonshine talking. Welcome aboard. I was just trying to get in a quick little pump here, getting ready for the big arm wrestling contest with. Okay, enough of that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to compete with Bull Harley, but anyhow, uh, how's everyone doing? It's morning for me, which means it's the afternoon on Saturday for the rest of the waking world. This is my Monday, so I'm getting ready to go into work pretty soon. So yay! But why am I here today? Again, I ask myself that a lot. But I am doing an album review, and the album that I'm reviewing today, talking about, I don't know if I'm quite necessarily reviewing it, but it's going to be the new one from Destruktor Indomitable. This came out 2 weeks ago, something like that. Actually, I it came across my feed on my YouTube, and I'm subscribed to Hells Headbangers, and they did a full stream of it. So I checked it out while I was at work. It was killer, and I said, "Oh, I gotta share this." And then I went and picked up the CD. Of course, they're immaculate when with shipping and stuff like that. Most of the time, I got a little. I was kind of skeptical about the pre-ordering thing because it was on pre-order for the CD. They had cassettes. I want to say they had vinyls. I know they got shirts with the album cover, which is very killer. Album cover by a gentleman by the name of Mark Riddick. You can see that, and of course, I'll have a bigger blown up photo of it here at some point. But I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Again, it's early for me. But yeah, it's no, I listened to it, enjoyed it, liked it, said, all right, I'm gonna bring this to my channel, review it, but I wanted to wait to get it. The CD was on pre-order. I didn't want to do the pre-order because last time I did pre-order with Hells, I did it with the Deceased album. I ended up waiting quite some time because I also picked up those Christians that they did, and that I guess was holding up and it was being held up in production. So I said I'll just wait till it's actually they have it and I can just pick it up. And then within a couple of days, it was sent to me. And oh, actually, I almost forgot something. Give me a second. See, because I have a problem with buying stuff, especially with metal in particular, it's like Lay's potato chips. You can't just get one. So I got a couple other things from Hell's. I got this one, which I haven't heard yet. Stoked to listen to, but I just haven't listened to it yet, so I can't give you any feedback on it. This Cyanide, God's Death. Actually, fun story. When if you saw it, I did a video of my job right before Halloween, how we had all the costumes and crap all over the place. And first I sent it as a private video to Shredbeard, but then I figured I'd share pieces of it because he was like, "Oh man, that's kind of cool. You should show people that." So I did, but I was trying to. I had the music playing in the background when I sent it to him, and one of the songs on that came on there. So I was like, "Right on, that's really good." So I got to pick that up. And then this one. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the band Barbarian, but I picked up Cult of the Empty Grave. I've been trying to get this on CD for quite some time. I really like the band. They're another black and thrash speed band, which I like that type of stuff. The Bone Knife is probably my favorite song on the album, but the whole thing is killer. Very underrated band. I don't hear a lot of people talk about them. The cover art's pretty cool too. That is Shagrot from Acid Witch. He did the cover on that one as well. Uh, so yeah, it was really cool. So I picked those up on top of the Destructor album, and yeah, so let's get into it. So I wasn't really familiar with Destructor before hearing this. They are a Australian three-piece. I don't know if they'd be considered war metal, but Black and Death, at least that's what they're considered on Metal Archives. This is fast. It's ferocious. It's aggressive. It's nasty and mean. All the things you would want from a band like this. It was, as far as the specs go, I'll give you those a little bit. Um, it was engineered and mixed in Toyland Studios in Australia, mastered in Iridium Audio by Dave Byrne. It was produced by the band and Adam Kalatsis, who was also the engineer, and he mixed and engineered the album. Uh, Lyrics are all by the band leader, Glenn Lynch. He does vocals and guitar. The band is rounded out by Chris McEwen and Jared Maudsley on drums. Chris is on bass. They've been together since 1997. That's when their first demo came out. They did a couple of splits and a couple of EPs. Uh, in 2004, they put out a EP called Nuclear Storm, and that was when they first signed with Hells. So they've been with Hells Headbangers ever since. Uh, in 2009 is when their first full length came out called Nailed. Then they had a in 2014 they had Prophecy of Nihilism came out. I think that was a split. Don't quote me on that. And then it took them, I want to say, doing the math in my head. Then in 2015 they put out Opprobrium, which was the last full length they did. And there was a compilation, I believe, one other release, and then finally they put this out. After 9 years, they put out this full length. And man, this so that's the background. If you know, like me, you're not familiar with them, so I figured I'd share that, do a little history lesson thing. Uh, for the purposes of review, kind of get to know the band a little bit. But yeah, this is a friggin' fantastic album. It's 8 tracks. It clocks in at about 33, 34 minutes long. Brutal throughout. It just doesn't stop. It just the snares and the pounding of the drums and the guitars. They're just straightforward, like freaking high octane fueled riffs, and it just goes and goes and goes. The cool thing about it though, and this probably is a credit to the band and Adam, is that even though it's fast and nasty and aggressive, when you listen to it, you can hear very subtly in the background. You can hear the bass kind of laying down the backbeat of the songs, which I thought was really cool. Sometimes you don't get that with certain bands, and I know there's always that debate of raw versus produced and all that sort of thing. But no, this was like the right mix of, in my opinion, the right mix of that of having it be brutal and aggressive and just hostile. All the words that could describe anger and hostility. It was the right mix of that on top of actually being able to hear the stuff and being able to appreciate the music and the musicianship and all that sort of thing. So as far as my favorite tracks on here, I'd have to say Path to Lucifer is my favorite. That was the closer. Reap What You Sow is really good. Better Off Aborted. The title track Indomitable is really great. Starts off killer with Speaking with the Dead. Um, the reason Path to Lucifer is my favorite is because I sitting down and reading the lyrics and following along with it. It was an interesting song, like the concept of damnation and salvation and where you go when you die and that sort of thing, and is is everything you're told in life all bullshit. They're very anti-Christian band. Lots of satanic, blasphemous lyrics. Lots of death and darkness and destruction. I don't know if this was. I don't think it was by design or not, but they start out with a an opening with on Speaking with the Dead, which is pretty cool. Where again, another song where it was is somebody is somebody in touch with the netherworld, or are they just going crazy? It was kind of a really cool concept as far as that goes. And they had a buddy of theirs, I'm presuming Adrian Henderson, did an intro where it was like all the creepy voices in the background and telling them to join us and all that sort of stuff. So it was really cool. You know, just a very, very well done, uh, very good, just fantastic album. As far as death metal, this is probably one of the better ones I've heard this year. It's just straightforward, aggressive, and mean and hostile and all the things. Again, it was cool. I enjoyed it. I don't know what to say. It was cool. It rocked. I've listened to it multiple times streaming at work. I've now listened to it a few times sitting here having a physical copy of it. And yeah, I'd recommend it definitely. I would give it probably on my stank face meter. I give it a 4 out of 5. Definitely. This one is definitely worth your time. It's worth picking up. You can go get it at Hell's Headbangers. I would say wherever all fine records are sold, but that's not the case. You know, go to Hell's. You want to pick this up. You want to get Indomitable. Go to Hell's. They got it. They've got shirts. I'm gonna go look and see when I get a chance and go see if I can pick up any of the back catalog and kind of explore the band a little bit more. But yeah, definitely go pick it up. It's worth it. I've said that multiple times now. Again, it's early for me. I got a couple reviews coming up. Um, I I was supposed to have a video posted already. I tried to do something with my StreamYard to showcase a band that I just found, but I'm an idiot. I don't know how to use technology, so I screwed it up like multiple times, and then I finally said, "Okay, enough. I'm not dealing with this right now. I'll do this another time." It's not a like a high priority thing, but I wanted to introduce everybody to a band that I thought was kind of neat and see what everybody thought about it. Maybe get a little attention on them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I got for you. I got to get ready. I really got to get ready now because I'll end up being late if I keep babbling on here for too long. So, anyhow, as always, stay sick, stay heavy, stay brutal. Always tuck your chin upon impact. Don't forget to breathe. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. Like it. Share it out if you thought the video was worth a damn. It's the only way the channel grows. You know, I hate to whore myself out like that. And generally speaking, if you want to, you're going to, but it doesn't hurt to ask. And it doesn't, you know, the whole like closed mouth doesn't get fed. So I figure I'll just throw that out there. And if people are willing, if that's what it takes to get people to go, oh, okay, I'll do that real quick, you know, then that's what I'll do. So anyhow, I'm really at this point, I'm just babbling as the stupid things go up on the screen here. And yeah, so that's that. So as always, take it easy. I'll see you all on the next one. And I'm going to get back to, before I go to work, I'm going to get back to my pump. 1003, 1004, 1050, 1060, 70.